Alright, Ezra, what do you want to say? We just got here to Puerto Rico. What do you want to say? After he said he wanted to record.
Hola. He said hola.
So our trip to Puerto Rico was amazing. Completely amazing. Probably the best trip to Puerto Rico I've ever gone. Literally put together this itinerary that I can't fully take credit for, made some edits, but there was a template that I found on Canva where we literally found the places that we wanted to go to and visit, but our family had an amazing time. We literally got the chance to visit 13 different pueblos. We were able to stay in Ponce with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law at their Airbnb, and then got to see Brittany's family, her aunt and her cousins that were in Juanadillas, as well as Salinas.
Look at that one, black and white.
Then we made our way to Naguabo, the Caneo Retreat Center. We're here in Naguabo, Puerto Rico. Beautiful place. This center is called the Caneo Center, which is a retreat center for pastors and clergy leaders to get away and be poured into, and even marriages. I was fortunate enough last year to come here with our department, and we enjoyed an amazing week. And so when my wife and I decided to come back, we wanted our children to experience this. It's literally within the El Yunque rainforest, and so you get to experience the fullness of the rainforest, from the waterfalls to the beautiful palm trees, the fruit growing from the trees within the rainforest, and the tons of different animals and insects. All right, everyone, we are in El Yunque rainforest in Naguabo, Puerto Rico. We're over here on a mission to get this coconut because the kids have been excited to grab one, and we actually found a tree that's super close, so we're gonna grab one right now. It's tough to get down. Probably. It's not what I expected.
Yeah, you gotta twist it.
Yeah, I'm gonna twist it.
And then yeet it. Yeah, yeet it, yeet it. Pull it down. Pull it down now. Pull it down. Oh my God, good. You got one. Let me see.
Banana. Went on the banana tree. All right, so this is called the Rainforest Room because we're literally in the rainforest, guys.
Look at this ice.
2 coconuts. I think we got some more.
We got 4. We got 4 coconuts. Cause
Chunks is already getting into this banana.
I got 2. I caught 3 bananas. I got 3 bananas.
It's been beautiful, and we'll be here for 3 days. Then we're going to be traveling to Isabela, where we're going to be staying up there for about 6 days and just enjoying different parts of the Puerto Rican experience, the history, the culture. And so we're really excited. Then we were able to meet with some friends in Caguas. You guys know them, Biancas, the Grace, Borrero, where they introduced us to a food truck park. Literally had all types of vendors, from Galaxy burgers to different frituras that were available, dessert options, and we just hung out there and had a good time. The kids loved it. What's up, everybody? We are in Caguas Food Truck Park here with Bianca and Borrero.
Yes, amazing. 5 stars.
Yes, y'all need to come here.
Yeah.
You guys gotta slide through. When we wrapped up our stay in Naguabo, we traveled to Yaboa, where our children were able to meet my grandfather, their great-grandfather, for the first time. And that was such an amazing experience to be able to meet him, as well as they were able to meet my aunt, and we were able to have lunch together. And we were able to travel into Isabela, where we had our stay at the Villa Mars. It was amazing where we were able to have the space to accommodate our family. We had a private pool that we were able to enjoy, and literally 4 minutes away from the beach, Bayahobos was beautiful. Great vibes. People were so nice there, and just the scenery. Oh my gosh, one of the most beautiful beaches that I've seen.
Hey, did she use the bathroom?
We were also able to visit the Cara de Indio, which is a roadside sculpture on a mountain from one of the older caciques, which was a native indigenous leader of the Taínos. And actually, the name is Kasik Mamaka, who was a chief who fought against the Spaniards in 1511 and died during the battle. This was a way that they honored him. But that was super neat to experience that. We traveled to Wahaka Tunnel, which is an old railroad system out near Isabela. So we were able to experience that, which was the remains of a national railroad system that was a part of the island way back in the first, 25th century. We were able to visit the Erita San Antonio de Padua de la Tuna. It was actually one of the first churches that were established in Puerto Rico in the early 1700s. And to see the remains of that cathedral, where you can see an aerial view of the cross formation, but then there was also a cross at the top of the structure. That was neat just to hang out and see that, but then also to learn about the Taíno historical and cultural things that were relative to that community, that pueblo. That was beautiful as well.
Lo que tiene ese indio en las manos. Esto es las archipiedras, cuando los indios peleaban, que se defendían para pelear.
That's how the Indians fought.
Lo que tiene ese indio en la mano, con eso es que ellos peleaban.
Then we traveled to Lajas to do the bioluminescent bay, and I wish I was able to show you guys what it looked like. It was completely dark. My camera wasn't able to pick up the footage, but with your physical eyes, you can see how the water's lit up with the movement. And even though we were on a boat, not a kayak, the kids were small, especially at nighttime, and then we couldn't swim in this particular water, but we were able to feel the water and see it light up while they brought some buckets onto the boat, and then also through the movements of the boat, seeing the water light up. So that was a neat experience that I don't think our children would forget. Then we went on to visit Vaba Baja, where there was a natural spring water called the Manantial Agua de Ojo, and it was incredible. Great community vibes. A lot of places where you can take pictures and videos. We were able to kayak together in that water. The water wasn't as deep, but we were able to enjoy that together, and there was some slides, some swings that the kids were able to enjoy.
Say hi.
Then from Vaba Baja, we traveled a little bit out to Toa Baja, where we were able to visit probably one of the most well-known Chinese restaurants in Puerto Rico, because there is a Chinese community in Puerto Rico, like literally Asians that would put me to shame by how they speak Spanish, and it's amazing, like pure Boricua. But it's an Oriental China restaurant in Toa Baja. We were able to sit down, check the facility out. It was super packed. It was on a Sunday, which is probably one of the most busiest days for restaurants in Puerto Rico. But the food was amazing. Literally, you go there and expect that your plate is going to last you at least 2 meals, and that's exactly what mine did. So that was super neat to experience that. Then we traveled to San Sebastian to experience the Cascada Gozalandia, which are the 2 waterfalls that intersect together. So in a big pool of water, we got to experience that, and that was super neat. Traveling up these roads were incredibly difficult, super high mountains and then low peaks, but it was an experience that it was amazing. Lastly, right before we left for home, we were able to make a stop in Arecibo where our children were able to meet my grandmother, my father's mom, and that was important to me so that they could meet their great grandmother, and we were able to spend time with family, with my aunt and my cousin, and we ate together. We were able to visit my father's tomb, which was the first time that I was able to experience that. But again, seeing our family, helping our children see the connection to our ancestry, and that was super important for us for this trip. So I think back to the late Reverend Dr. Orlando Costas, who was a Puerto Rican theologian, scholar, and pastor, who shares having a second conversion. And that second conversion was when he visited the island of Puerto Rico and he embraced his heritage as a native to New York. He was able to experience Puerto Rico, and it was a second conversion for him. And lately, that has been from my experience when visiting the island the past 3 times that I've gone. And this one was important for me because this was our first trip as a family, allowing our children to come to the island for the first time and allow them to see their roots. And my daughter, Soriani, she said that it felt like home to her, where she's able to see so many, Boricua, people that are from the island that she felt at home. And so that was super neat. So this was important, that it was more than just experiencing and sightseeing and, we wanted to get the cultural and historical elements of the island so that we know we're not born into this world in a vacuum, but we're connected to our ancestors. We're connected to the cultural and historical elements that made us and our people, and plays into our story.